Hey, it's your girl Nay coming to you with another episode of As Told by Nay, the podcast. Tell a friend to tell a friend, and let's talk about it. Hey y'all, what's up? It's your girl Nay coming to you with another episode of As Told by Nay, the podcast. Happy Thursday. I hope everyone is having a great day thus far. I am sitting here with Mr. Ty. He is going to have this conversation with me today. So make sure that you guys tell a friend, grab your friend. Let's have this conversation. Before we get started, y'all know how I do. You can go ahead and toast it up for the evening. We are drinking, of course, so we always drinking. And I want to toast to 2020 being a year of revelations. I've been calling 2020 the big reveal. That has been what it is because I don't know what it is, but this year, I guess with all the crazy stuff that's going on, I can't say you, but I have been finding out who real and who not. I've been finding out what's real and what's not. And all the revelations have not all been good ones, but definitely necessary. So, to revelations. You been getting some revelations this year?
A few.
A few?
Yeah, a few. I can definitely want some more.
Want some more? At this point, I feel like, I don't know. The last couple of ones ain't been good. So I'm just kind of like, all right, stall me out a little bit.
Sometimes you just got to take what you get and make the best of it. That's what I do. That's how I'm trying to take all negative.
All right. I'm trying.
Yeah.
So go ahead and jump into this. Excuse me, come again segment. So I'm asking 4 questions. Just answer them. You know, I might give my little 2-piece on it, depending on what your answer is. But let's get right into it. So question number 1. What is one thing that will scare you away from a potential relationship? Something that she does, or
something that'll scare me away. Probably just not being truthful up front. That's big. I think that's probably the biggest.
Not being truthful up front.
Yeah, you got to be truthful up front.
Okay.
That's a definite.
But I mean, like, truthful about just anything.
Just who you are.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't sell me a dream.
Okay.
And I get to know you. It's something different.
Okay. I definitely can agree with that. I always say, don't introduce me to a vibe that you can't maintain. Because it hit different when it switch up.
That's what you hate you.
Okay. All right. So question number 2. How soon is it appropriate for somebody that you're talking to ask you for money?
Realistically, I mean, as soon as you feel comfortable, as soon as you feel like it's okay to ask. I don't necessarily put a time limit on something like that because, I mean, if my intentions are for us to go somewhere, just like, yours, I don't think that's going to be a problem. Although I wouldn't ask nobody.
That was the next question.
Okay,
next question.
I need about a month or so to know you before I ask you for anything. That's just me. I wouldn't feel right asking somebody who's been talking for 2 days. I can't do that.
Because, so we're talking a little bit today about some double standards, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like when it comes to asking for money, there is a double standard, but on the women's part. Like, women will be quick to ask a man that they're dealing with for, $40 or whatever. But if the dude asks the chick for money, it's like...
It make him look broke. That's a man.
Wait a minute, sir. But then that's why I say, at what point is it appropriate? I don't know, because, your girl kind of on her boss shit most times. And I have noticed that dudes, they feel a little more comfortable asking when they think you got it. And it's like...
I mean, well, if they feel like you like them, they don't think you gonna put that out there.
Do you feel like dudes do that to like not try you, but like see if they can get over? Like I'm asking her up front if I get some, and if she say yeah, then I know.
I mean, it's definitely majority of the time it's definitely a finesse move. You know, it's definitely a finesse move. You got that 5% that's just being real truthful and might need it and feel comfortable asking you.
But what's crazy is I grew up with 5 brothers, so the finesse game is very. I know what it looks like. Can't get over. That's funny. All right. So question number 3: do you think threesomes are a good idea in relationships or marriages?
It's a good thought. It's a good thought.
Okay.
It's definitely something to dwell on, but I don't think making it happen would be a good idea if you're married to somebody that you truly love, care about, and want to be with. I just don't feel like that's possible.
So if a dude asks a female for a threesome, then more than likely, do you think he don't really see like a permanent fixture there?
That's hard to say.
For you personally,
I don't see a permanent. Okay. Nah, it's not permanent. If I ask you for that, it's definitely not permanent.
Okay. You're not the only person I heard say that. So take heed, ladies. If he asking you for a threesome, he's probably not trying to take you home and meet your mom. So be careful. Tread light. All right. And last question: how do you feel about having to wear masks everywhere?
Oh man, I feel like, to be honest, I feel like that's stupid. And the reason being is because majority of the masks don't protect against what they're trying to say we need to protect ourselves from. If they going to require that we wear a mask, definitely they should make sure that they're letting us know the type of mask we gotta have. That's number one.
Yeah.
Because just having on the mask that ain't gonna protect me, and I'm just out there crazy right here.
I hear what I'm saying. Yeah, so. That has been a topic of discussion for a lot of different people because now they done rolled out in Florida, and a lot of other places that you have to have a mask on when you go in public places and like all kinds of things. I don't like it, and I know I'm about to make some people upset when I say this, but I don't like it, and I don't wear them for the most part. Sometimes I will, and it's not because I don't take COVID seriously or that I don't believe that I can get sick. It's a hassle. I can't breathe.
That may hurt your ears.
They hurt my ears. I don't like it. I don't like it.
People want to look good, man. I want the mask on my face, man. I want to show my face.
It's uncomfortable. I don't like it. But I mean, if I have to, then it is what it is. All right, cool. So thank you. Those are the excuse me come again questions. Thanks for participating. And before we get into this letter, I want you to just kind of let the people know who you are, what you got going on, anything you think they need to know going into this conversation.
What's up, y'all? Ty, T-Ski, either or. I'm just a regular old guy. I played sports coming up. I did my professional thing. I'm kind of still into that somewhat. I mentor kids a lot. I work with kids. I got kids of my own. I love kids. That's my thing. Yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Pretty easy going cat.
Cool. So I picked Ty to be a part of this conversation because I needed a fella that was going to keep it a buck with me in dealing with this letter. And we could actually have fun with this conversation because when you're talking about double standards, a lot of guys try to act like there are none, but there definitely are. A lot of guys try to act like, they try to put the finesse game on even conversation. And it's like, nah, I want to be able to really have this convo and get somewhere with it. So with that being said, go ahead and jump into the letter. As you see, I've titled today's conversation as Never Have I Ever. And you're going to see this right. So dear Nay, let me set the scene. House full of people for my new boo's birthday kickback. I'm being the best hostess I can be. I'm smiling, got the drinks pouring, good game of spades going. The music is vibing. Everybody is happy and laughing. Then in walks 2 guys from my past. both of which I have had sexual relations with. As if that wasn't bad enough, somebody has the bright idea to play drunk truth or dare. One of the truth questions sparked conversation about how many sexual partners the particular player had had. From there, the conversation took a turn to discussing women lie down on their number while men lie up on their number. So then the drunken conversation takes a devastating turn to is it or is it not important to be upfront and honest about how many partners you have had in your past when starting a new relationship. At this point, I'm nervously gulping down my drink, and one of my ex-hoes laughingly interjects and asks if it's appropriate to withhold from your partner if you have had sex with someone they know personally, all the while looking directly at me. I'm thinking to myself, did he just come for me? At this point, I'm mad, so I shut everything down. Party over. But of course, my boo peeped game. So once everyone left, he proceeds to ask me if me and the guy were ever together. So we had the whole talk. Now let's pause. Going into the situation, I honestly didn't know that they knew each other. I also didn't realize it was a requirement to have a conversation about past experiences with your potential partner. I was never really concerned one way or the other. Long of the short, by the end of the conversation, I was deemed a hoe. And a single hoe at that. Uh-oh, I lost my place. This is a long letter, y'all. Okay. Never minding the fact that our sexual partner count was the same. But because I am a woman, it was completely unacceptable. So the conversation I want to stir today is what makes a hoe? Is it body count? Is it experience? Is it only limited to women? Is it limited to age? Is it so important that it can make or break a relationship? Let's talk about that. Sign, paint me with a red A. So boom, there you have it. Sis is upset. Sis is hurt. Sis is single.
That's
Sis is big single right now. So off rip, I just kind of want to ask you, body count combo. What is that? Are you having the body count combo with your girl? Like, is that a necessity when you meet somebody?
That the body count combo, that part definitely was crazy. Nah, I mean you don't get into that unless we just laying stuff out on the table. That's something when you first start talking to somebody. If you're gonna get into it, me personally, I ain't having it. I don't want to know. I don't
You don't want to know, so it's not important for you.
Nah, man,
okay, that's
real.
Me.
As long as it was before me.
So as long as it was before you, it doesn't matter. I want to pose the question to you guys, viewers, listeners. Y'all having the body count convo with your potential people? Now, somebody in the comments said something that we were just talking about earlier. How did they make it to the game? Oh, that's crazy. Yeah. Listen, first of all, I'm stopping you at the door. Right. You're not even getting into the party. Like, wait a minute. Oh, you know, nah, it's a no for me.
I definitely feel like somebody, one of the cats definitely knew the boyfriend. You know, somebody was talking about something.
Because I feel like if you to the point where you're throwing Bay a party, he done talk to his boys about you. Right. Especially you're inviting them over. You know what I'm saying? So they don't have the combo.
Yeah, that wasn't
the homies know who Bay is, so they know they done smash. Yeah. That's crazy.
That probably was the motivation to come.
That's crazy. So I'm getting nope. People ain't having this this body count combo. Are y'all scared of the body count combo? That's crazy. Well, listen, because then it leads into the next piece of it of you smashing the homies. Now, I'm from Sarasota. Everybody know that. The Black community is very small, and there are so many people who, you know, we all pretty much grew up together. Right. At some point, if you smashing in the home team, you done smash the homies. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Not me, because I don't smash people from Sarasota, but a lot of people smashing the homie. So let's have that conversation. Talking about double standards, women and men see smashing the homie different. So I could be smashing you and we not be together, but my girl not gonna smash you if that's my girl. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't matter that we weren't in a relationship. But then you see, dude, y'all be high-fiving. When y'all smack, pass it to my dog. Like, is that a real thing or am I making that up? I feel like that's how that goes.
I mean, with that situation there, it either has to be a female that, you know, neither dude had intentions on caring about,
Mm-hmm.
or either that homie that it looks like that might be my homie, I don't really mess with him.
Okay.
You know, that's how that goes, because there's no woman out there that you won't care about or that you won't have a slight piece of love for, and you're all right with the homie getting on that.
Okay.
That ain't true.
So it depends on the type of chick.
It depends on, not necessarily the type of chick. It's just more or less what she meant to you. If y'all had intent, if you had some feelings for her, then you're gonna have a problem with that, because she could want to just smash and leave.
Yeah.
But you can, the dude can, you know, that can be somebody he want to be with. He gonna be mad at his homie if he touched that. You know, so that's just different. You know, her intentions could have been different, but his was, you know, based on going farther.
So here's my thing. Fellas, are y'all having that conversation with y'all friends? Like, if y'all are having sex with a female, maybe it's not your girl, but you like her, or y'all kind of trying to figure things out. Are y'all telling y'all homies, like, this who I'm messing with, just in case they may cross paths later, or you don't want no situation? Like, are y'all having these combos?
I don't. I don't. Me and my boys, we don't talk about stuff like that. You know, but in the past, I have, when it was somebody I cared about, definitely letting the boys know, look, this is right here. You know, or it ain't even necessarily a conversation. Sometimes we just bring around.
Okay.
You know, you see me with it, you know that's off limits when you gotta talk.
If
I bring her around, see that means
when he invites you to chill with the homies.
Even if you just in the car to watch me do whatever, you know that means something. I'm showing off.
All right, ladies. So if you get invited to hang, you might mean something to him.
Yeah.
So then if you get curved to hang with the homies, what that means?
We don't want nothing to do with it. We don't want the boys knowing who that is.
Man, that's tough.
I'm going to get in trouble after this too.
That's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough. Okay. So, boom. Ladies. So, question. If you having you hanging with your boys, and your girl know you hang with your boys, and she wants to come around, or maybe not your girl, somebody that you smashing or whatever, and she wants to come around because she knows, how are you letting her know that yes, it's okay, no, it's not?
I'm gonna tell her, yeah, you can come and know. And it's not like I'm your daddy thing or nothing like that. It's more or less depending on what me and my boys doing. If we just chilling outside and talk, you know, like boys, I don't really want you around. Because 9 times out of 10, you know my boys probably some hoes anyway. But I don't want you getting no ideas. You know what I'm saying? If we finna have these guy talks, you know, I'd rather you be where you at. I'll bring you around 1 or 2 times to show you how it goes, but you ain't coming every time. Can't do that.
Somebody said, my boyfriend and I had a convo about exes, but we ain't talk about everybody we slept with. It's not necessary. So you have a convo about body count as far as meaningful body count, but not your whole face? Is that what I'm understanding?
Ooh.
And not even your whole face, but like just if they weren't important. Are you okay? So boom, let's get right into that. So there's this rumor or this misconception that women lie down on their numbers and men lie up on their numbers. Have you ever had the conversation about body count?
Again, I'm so different. I've never had the conversation.
Never had.
I know people have.
Okay.
People have had the conversation with me. Boys, dudes, men, they gonna lie on their body count. That's just that.
Say it's more.
Yeah. They gonna lie on their body count, and half the reason being is because when speaking to a female that's interested in them, and you can let that female know off the top, look, I don't deal with this many people, man, especially if they're going to throw in names, that's to show you that you need, they basically trying to hook you, like, you know what I'm saying?
That's going to hook them?
It's a mind thing, not necessarily, but to men, it make it look like I can do without you. You know what I'm saying? When a man gets a woman in a position to where she feel like he'll be all right without her, she kind of get vulnerable.
Oddly, that kind of makes sense.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, but, you know.
That kind of make a little bit of sense. That's funny. That's funny. So, do you automatically assume that when a chick tell you her body count that she's lying?
No, not necessarily, but everybody ain't got 5. You can't throw that 5 out there like that. I get tired of hearing that.
5, is that the magic?
5 is like the magic number. It's kind of like I had my time when I was wild, and then I corrected it. But when you're a man, you really care about that woman. You don't care about
so I'm about to give y'all a little bit of game, but before I do, you gotta take a little shot. I'm gonna give y'all the game just a little bit. This is like it's probably not a secret, but it is a secret. But I just got it before I say it, because I know it's a couple females that's gonna be like, "Nay, why you out here spilling tea like that?"
Facts. I'm gonna get the same question.
Okay. So when it comes to body count, women's numbers seem so low. And listen, fellas, if you didn't make her come, you don't get counted.
Okay.
You don't get counted. So when I was in college,
that's a fact.
when I was in college, I was talking to one of my homegirls, kind of about the same conversation, and it started a whole conversation with a bunch of homegirls. And women get a bad rap because for guys, it's cool for y'all to smash and go. Talking about these double standards. Y'all can build that body count, whether y'all lying or not. Y'all number probably is very, very high, because that's something y'all actually aspire to do. Like, starting like middle school, y'all just smash it, everything. But for women, it's more so, and not all women, but a lot of women, they have that emotional tie once they have sex, or they're looking for that emotional tie. And sometimes it's not good. You'll try a situation and you don't like it, so you never go back to that situation again. But it's like if the you meet 6 guys in a row that's trash and it's not what it is. Now you got 6 bodies. But is that fair?
I know what you're trying to say.
Oh my God.
That's why you don't have the body count conversation. I mean,
that is hilarious.
You got to get out there. You got to figure it out. I mean, at the end of the day, man, sex is important.
It is.
I don't care.
People try to lie and say that it's not, but it really is. It really is.
There's people who are in relationship with people who don't even know it. Just by sex, you just don't even know
Facts.
it. Like, you know what I mean? So,
Facts.
All I can say is just be careful.
Somebody said whoever brings up body count, they want you to know something. Have that combo.
Yeah, that's a fact. That kind of goes back to the point I was making about when a man talks about how many, even sometimes with women, talks about how many they had and who, when they go to name the names. It's like a masculine thing, or like I'm independent type when it comes to the situation. They want you to know something. They want you to know that, look, I can do this without you, and it's up to you to. They're not pushing you away, but they letting you know they kind of all right without you.
Okay.
That's how I do.
That's funny. So let me ask you: you dealing with a girl, you like her, y'all moving into like okay, this might be something, and you guys are maybe not even having a body count conversation, but just maybe talking about past exes or people that y'all may know in common, and you find out that she smashed a homie back in the day. Are you done with the situation? Is it a conversation to be had? What does that look like?
It definitely goes off of the type of homie. If this is one of my everyday partners, this is a conversation we gotta have. I'm gonna sit down, like me personally, I'm gonna sit down like a man. I'm gonna have to talk to you. Listen, this is my brother. I can't go forward with this. If it's somebody I dap up, play ball with, went to school with, man, I don't care. Listen, he ain't here now. He ain't doing what I'm doing. That's my go-to.
He ain't doing what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to.
Okay.
Because like you said, living, in Sarasota, live where growing up in your neighborhood, a lot of people you gonna mess with some people that don't mess with some people you knew. You know what I'm saying? So, you definitely got to be strong going into a lot of relationships when it come to that.
That's okay. So you having the conversation with her about who it is. So are you having the conversation with the homie?
If it's my brother, yeah. Okay. And what I mean by brother is just somebody I'm real close with. For instance, like old girl in the letter. We throwing a birthday party
and they invited.
Yeah, we speaking on that. If it's a cat that, like I say, just see on a normal basis or whatever, there's no need to have that conversation because he know what he did with her. And, I'm pretty sure he got an idea that she done told me, but even if he feel like he don't know, I'm just going to make sure nobody's uncomfortable in that situation. It definitely okay.
So something you brought up earlier before we get into this next little point, because this is the meat of it, and we're going to dissect that thing. But before we get to that, something you brought up was that one of the guys probably still had some pressure behind Shorty. And before we started the show, you told me to ask her if the two guys that came together knew each other. So I texted her and was like, the two guys, I asked her, and she said she didn't know that the two guys knew her current, but she did know that one of the guys knew the other guy that came together. And her mindset behind that was that the first dude, it was like a little fluke. Like they maybe messed around once or twice. Again, it wasn't what sis wanted, and so she moved on. She then met another guy. It was a possibility that they knew each other. So she asked the first guy and he confirmed. But they had the conversation like, oh, you could, I don't care, because what we was doing wasn't that. So you want to pursue that, go ahead.
Okay, so yeah. So in the, from the letter, I can kind of tell who is who. So let me make sure I'm answering this the right way. So speaking on the two homies that came.
So is that an issue that she, is that something she should have told him?
With them two, I mean, the fact that they're in her past now, it don't really matter.
Yeah.
At the time, definitely with the second dude, she should have let him know, like, look, you know what I'm saying? It's your homie. I gotta let you know what's going on. Especially if she was moving on from him, and her and the second dude kind of seemed like they might have had something.
Right.
I would have let him know that just so he not out there looking stupid. Because with a man, you can make a simple mistake like that, and he won't look at you the same. And I know that's crazy, but that's just the world we live in.
Right. So, fellas, how are you expecting to hear that? You with a girl, you like her, and there's a possibility that she might have smashed the homie. Like, how is she supposed to tell you that? Like, what are you looking? Are you looking just flat out, or are you looking for, what? What are you supposed to do? And even if, and I asked this question to a couple of people that I know, I heard it actually on another podcast that I listened to, but they was talking about if your girl invites you to like a birthday dinner or something, and you get there at the table, you done smash one of her homies.
You the man. That's how it's gonna seem. That's how it's. The average cat, it's gonna be all right for him.
But are you telling your girl like I smashed one of your friends at the birthday dinner?
You gotta
are you telling her at the dinner, or you wait until y'all get home? Are you like what you? How you tell her that?
You don't tell her at the dinner. That's gonna be crazy. She might snap. She might flip out. I'd rather she do it when we get home.
Yeah. So you gonna let her have the whole dinner with the girl?
Yeah, and the reason being is because...
Oh, Lord.
Listen, the reason being is because once I tell you, I'm going to explain everything. And you can react how you want to at home, but you still can go on about a scene wasn't caused. And if you decide to step to her, for any reason, if you feel like she was wrong for not telling you or something like that, you got the chance to do that in a cordial way. I don't want no bothers. Throw it upside my head.
So listen, boom. Okay, so somebody said later, fellas, first of all, we're going to talk about that in a minute. But then they also said the girl should tell her, don't do that. Don't do that. You should not let your homegirl, tell her that she smashed your man.
That's violation.
Nah, because let me tell you about these group chats. First of all, 9 times out of 10, if you smash one of the homies, soon as you walk in the restaurant, the group chat going ham. Okay? Group chat going ham. Because I just don't see this even happening, because let me tell you one thing about it. Before you even get invited to the birthday dinner, you don't already been posted in the group chat with the "this him" caption. Because birthday dinners mean these my best bitches. Like, we hang. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm bringing you to meet the besties, they already know, talked about you, like, this him. So when you walk into the restaurant, if she ain't said nothing, then that means shorty ain't planning to say nothing, number one, which that's a big no-no. And at that point, it's for you to say. It's definitely for you to say.
Yeah, females definitely, when they got them a man, even somebody they talking to, they want to let it be known.
I mean, it's not even that, but it's more so kind of like, again, women see that differently with the smashing of a homie. Like, this him, not even like this him end all be all, but just in case y'all run up on him, or just in case, you know what I'm saying? This who it is. This is who I'm messing with, like that. You only make it to the group chat on my behalf if it's like, if I like you for real.
We talked about, fellas, something.
Or if you did something dumb, you definitely get in the group chat, because let me tell y'all about this. That's funny. He said, yeah, we will explain everything in private, not in public. I'm tell y'all, if I walk into a dinner and my dude done smash one of my homies, and I get home and he tell me after I'm home, I'm gonna feel some type of way.
What would you prefer though? So tell me.
I feel like we walk in, boom, he see the table, boom, he know the shorty, boom, he pulling me to the side.
Well, what's your reaction?
Well, you know me, bro. Like, I'm real cool, calm, and collected. We gonna have dinner.
Me knowing you, I ain't trying to hear that.
That is so funny. That's hilarious. That is hilarious. I don't know. I'm gonna be real. I don't know. I don't know how we're at, but I feel like I would feel some type of way to get home. Be like, you let me sit here in dinner while y'all smiling and kicking across the table.
I feel like we gonna hear that regardless, whether we let the dinner go on or we don't. We gonna hear something like that.
Oh, hilarious! All right. So boom, let's get right into it. What makes somebody a hoe? So at the end of the letter, shorty was like, she has a couple vital questions. What makes somebody a hoe? Is it body count? Is it experience? Is it, what you said, age? Does it have an age limit? And a couple other things. And we're going to dive right into that, because that is something that I was just having a conversation with one of my real good girlfriends too. When you get a certain age, like say you started having sex at 20. At this point, you 30. That's 10 years of adulthood, 10 years of life experience. It's like, is there such thing as a body count redo? Like, you get to a certain age where sex don't be the same thing no more. It's not about like just the feeling or the experience. It's like, oh, I actually like this person. I'm trying to, so it may be 6 months, 8 months, 2 years, maybe 2 years that you even have sex. Right. And then you meet somebody, y'all get serious, and now you smashing again. So it's like, do your teen and like early adulthood like don't count no more because it's so old, or you just stay on top of that? But I mean, that's really more so just the body count. So first, that's my first question. Do you feel like body count make you a hoe?
Like you say, at a certain age, man, I mean, it don't even matter. Nobody's keeping up with it no more. Okay. And your crowd should be mature. So
number ain't really what's calling you a hoe.
At an early age, it does look bad. So it's some things, some situations you can speak on, going as far as that goes. But once you hit a certain age, man.
Okay. So a certain age, that don't have nothing to do with your whole body count. Is whatever. Okay, so then experience. So for me, and y'all know they love to keep it a buck. I'm a realist. I feel like body count don't matter. I don't care to have a conversation. I will have the conversation. I ain't got nothing to hide, but I don't care to have it. I don't care to know who was before me, or you know what I'm saying. As long as it's not during me. Now I will have that conversation with you. Who else are you smashing right now? But before me, I don't care. So when I think about what makes somebody whole, it's definitely experience. Like, what are you doing with it? So if you done smash 30, 40 people, to me, that's not okay, whatever. You just smashed 30, 40 people. If you're a female, it's because it's probably about 20 of them that was just one time and you moved on from it because it wasn't talking about nothing. So what are you doing with it though? So like if you smash 3 friends out of a 6-ring circle, that might be a different conversation to have. If you smashing the brother and the cousin and the daddy, it's a different conversation to have. If you smashing one dude one night and then the next night you got somebody else over there, and then the next night you got somebody else over there, that's another conversation to have. I feel like when you are going to label someone as a whole, and this go for male and female, because we're going to get into that a little bit, when you are labeling someone a whole, is what does it look like? If you're not being classy with your sex life, because at this point we're adults. People out here having sex, period. So if you're not being classy about it though, I think that's what makes you a whole. When you dirty, when you doing too much. You know what I'm saying? You got 4 different guys, 4 different females. You're not protecting yourself with any of them. You got this girl and this girl pregnant at the same time because you moving funny. You lying about how you moving. All of those things to me is like, okay, that's some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So definitely for me, experience. What are you doing? What are you doing with your sex life? That's what's gonna make you a hoe. It's not how many, is what. You know, you feel that?
I agree. I definitely agree.
Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely based on what you're doing. I mean, you know, if you out here really trying to get yourself together and you running into people, you know, like you said, we all grown, we're gonna do a little something. But if you just out here because this your thing, you making sex a sport,
right?
Then you know you got some issues.
Making sex a sport. There's a lot of people that make sex a sport. I never understood that. Make it make sense.
Well, yeah, if the world got a little more comfortable with themselves, man, sex would be spoken on like more than what it is now. It's just still a lot of people that's uncomfortable to talk about it.
Y'all would have had this conversation.
You know, they like you said, lying about certain stuff they doing. You know, but if everyone was open to it, oh man.
I think you should really have sex conversations with your friends and the people that you deal with because it's so important. Yeah. There's so much stuff out and about.
A lot of stuff.
Yo, let me tell you, because with my job, I work with substance abuse people, clients, I'm sorry. And we have quarterly health evaluations. They come in, they do like full panel STD testing, HIV, AIDS, all that stuff. And I made it a habit of every 3 months, like even though I wasn't even, moving like that, just out of the comfort of me knowing that I have these conversations with my partners. I know what you're doing and what I'm doing and who I'm doing and who, you know what I'm saying? So it's like when they be like, hey, Miss Z, like, can you come with me to do this? Let's go. Like, I want you to be comfortable. And then we're going to have a conversation about it. Because I need you to be comfortable having this conversation because 9 times out of 10, because of what I do, they have all kinds of stuff. And now they have to go back and have those conversations with whoever they're dealing with. And I learned that although I was preaching it to them, it's easy. Just tell them.
Right.
Just talk about it. It's not that easy. It's not that easy to have that dialogue, like this and this and this is what's up. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's humbling to have that conversation with your partner.
Yeah.
Like what you got going on, what I got going on, who you got going on,
It's
because
refreshing.
But it's better to know what's up.
Always.
Some guys feel like women are being nosy when we ask, like who you dealing with. But no, that it's a very important conversation to have. I would encourage everybody that if you're sexually active right now, we definitely want to tie that in here. Make sure you have a conversation with your partner about what you're doing and who you're doing it with, whether it's protected or not, and like, what y'all got. Like, go get tested together. Stay in the know. Stay ahead of the game with that thing, for real. Because it's a lot of stuff going on out there in the world. You just want to make sure that you're good. Some truth to that name. You feel me? All right. So boom. Experience makes somebody a host. So, and then the count don't start over when you get older.
You made a point. 30 to 40 piling on top of each other, man. Ain't nobody trying to deal with that. But if you had your little spurt where you was wilding out at an early age, man, we all go through it. I'm not holding that against you. The age where, most, I'm going to say most.
I need everybody, moment of truth right now. If you've had a whole phase, raise your hand. Put a smiley face in the comments. If you had a whole phase, what age is the whole phase? Like, when is it no longer allowed? Right? That ain't no whole phase. You just out here.
The whole phase is between 15 and 23.
15 and 23.
And the reason I say 23 is because a lot of people still immature at the age of 23.
Somebody said if the D-Wagon should count. I feel you, and that's definitely a female because that's how we think. For
you
real.
said though, if they don't make that climax, they don't count. So I mean, there you go, right there.
Stay ahead of the game with that thing. For real, stay ahead of the game with that thing. So you said 15 to 23 is the whole phase.
Yeah, age 15, you curious.
This may be kind of personal, but how old were you when you started?
You don't want to. I was 7. I was 7.
Wait a fucking minute.
I know, that's crazy.
Wait.
Yeah, that's. I'm still embarrassed by that. I grew up around older cats, man.
7?
Yeah, man. I was pressured into doing a lot of things.
I didn't even know what to do.
The thing about it is, I don't know if I knew what I was doing, but it wasn't too many times. But that's when it started.
7. Wow.
I'm around the older cats, man. That's what I
10-year-old shit is automatically erased, just like older email.
They got a point.
Y'all funny. Y'all are funny. Somebody said your daddy was Boosie.
Oh man, something like that. I mean, people who know me, they know who my dad is. It's something like that.
That's crazy. That's really young. Oh, all right. That's another conversation for another day for sure. But okay, so 15.
I definitely don't recommend that. So don't get no ideas.
15 to 23 is your whole phase. So that's like high school. We're going into high school and then finishing out college.
At least finishing out. Some might still be in, but you get towards that age where you're figuring out what you're going to do with yourself.
That's crazy. So at 15, I was not having sex yet. And at 20, I was in a committed, long-term relationship. So, like, I be telling people, and I don't know if they believe me, I really don't care if you do. I feel like I didn't have a whole phase.
That's
and that's good.
Great.
And it's because of y'all. Like, I grew up with 5 brothers. And so it looked a little different for me. And when I went to school, I just always felt like my mama was going to pop from behind a bush and be like, and anybody that knows Sharon, like, she don't play. So it's just kind of like, I was just real careful with life, how I was moving.
Right.
And then again, sophomore year in college, I just was in love and was going to get married, and we moved in, and it was just like, all right.
Definitely
That's
growing up. When you got that strong mama in your corner, because I mean the dads make a difference, and that's another conversation to have too. But that mama, whether you a son or a daughter, you're gonna look at how your mama moves, you know, and that alone, like you said, you felt like Sharon was coming out of nowhere with a switch or something. You know, my mama was the same way. You know what I'm saying? So that alone, females, you know, girls growing up, they look at their mamas. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of the females that's out there had their phases and that's still going through them. You can look at their parents and see where they get it from. You know, I ain't trying to put no shots, but you know, it's just the reality of it.
Or you had those situations where maybe mom wasn't even that mom was loose or out there, but just you had a little more freedom to move. More freedom, yeah. You know, my mom didn't give us no freedom. Yeah. That changed real tight.
I had to go to my daddy's house to get loose.
That change was real. All right, where you going? That's funny. Or as like Fred always like tell me I was sheltered.
Yeah. Oh man. Well, that's good.
I argue with him about that all the time.
At the end of the day, man, a man want to shelter a woman. They'll take a shelter woman. That's, you know what I'm saying, rarely used than somebody that's active.
Because while I got you here, so I'm gonna pull from another podcast that I like to listen to, and they was talking about one day a freak in the sheet, lady in the sheet, a freak in the sheet, lady in the street. What would you prefer?
Oh yeah, man. Every man want a freak in the sheets.
But like, if that was just all she was, like, would you prefer a lady in the streets and maybe she's not so freaky?
Oh, okay, I get what you're saying.
Or a freak in the sheets all the time, like that's her in the sheets and in these streets.
You want a lady at all times. I don't care who you is. You want you a lady. She might not be too, you know, advanced in the bed, but you can get her there.
It's teachable.
Well, yeah, you can get her there. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about comfortability there.
Yeah. People, and then that's another thing. I was having a conversation with someone. Women become hoish when they were like ladies always, and like really.
They got
and then they get a little taste of some other stuff. And then they just start racking them up because majority of their life they was just real. Like, ooh.
And a lot of that too, from my experience, from what I've seen, you got a lot of people who just, you know, they want to be women, but they're dating, you know, some people that can't bring that other side out. So when they get out there, you know, it's all go. You know, it's full speed.
That conversation is extremely important. You in a relationship with anybody, and is there anybody that think they in a relationship with you? That's real.
Didn't I say that before? You get in a lot of relationships, and I don't even know.
Based off of sex. Based off of sex.
Yeah, man. You with something like that, man. From a man's point of view, I mean, it's just important, like Nate said, you know, you got to ask them questions. You know, what's going on, what you doing, who you messing with. You know, you just got to do that. That way everybody on the same page.
Anybody that has ever dealt with me, be like, oh, yeah, Shorty asked a bunch of
questions. You got to ask them questions.
She asked a lot of questions. But it's because the experience has been, if you don't ask, dude's not just going to tell you what's up. And you dealing with this dude, and he got another girl over here that he dealing with too, or you thinking it's one thing and he don't feel the same, or you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta have that conversation. You gotta ask those questions, ladies. Y'all better ask them questions. Even if you get irritated, I don't care. Cause I'm still gonna ask. Question.
Better to know than
I need to talk to you about something.
Yeah, facts.
I need to talk to you about something.
Gotta let him know he can't play with you, man.
Listen, I'm quick to send them eyes. What you doing right now? Because I need to talk to you. Call me.
Just being able, just not even being scared to ask, slow a man down. Just because he see like, oh, she ain't even going. That's gonna stop him in his footsteps right there.
Does it bother you when chicks ask questions?
Man. When they did,
who she is to you?
Well, you know, when they did, spoken for you.
Okay, you know, you better let them know.
But when they did, you know what I'm saying? Nah, it never bothered me. Because majority of the time when people ask, you know, they owe that. You know what I'm saying? So I had no problem asking those kind of questions. Sometimes people would ask stuff that didn't make no sense, and I would brush that off. You know what I'm saying? But you know what that come and say college is, yeah, definitely. College is important. You know, that's kind of what I'm referring to when I'm speaking. You know. But yeah, them questions don't bother me. As long as it's something I can answer truthfully without it leading to something that really.
College years. Shout out to the illustrious Florida Agricultural and Mechanical University on the highest of 7 hills. The best 4 years of my life. I would not take it back for anything in this world. It really taught me a lot about myself as a person, as a woman. All of these things. I gained so many life experiences, some great friends that I'm still very, very close to today. Shout out to FAMU for sure. College is
a different
college
world.
Was lit.
Yeah, that's different. You get to be who you always wanted to be.
I definitely reinvented myself when I went to Tallahassee, for sure.
That's a new life there.
For sure.
College saved my life a whole lot too. Some good and bad.
Right? Right. All right. Well, great. We are at 8:56. So we're going to tie it all together. So we had a really great conversation today in regards to what makes someone a hoe, smashing the homies, body count. We talked about all of that. So first of all, to the young lady that wrote the letter, listen, sis, it's okay. You know, players mess up too. You honestly didn't know, that those was the homies to the new boo. So for the fact that he broke up with you, that's kind of lame. But you win some, you lose some. But you live. You live to love another day. But y'all be careful, because one thing about it, me and my girls, we're known for like game nights and throwing parties. Listen, know who you invite into these parties. Your old things should not even make it in the door. They should not even make it in the door, because now we gotta have this conversation. And she was like, it never really even mattered to her one way or the other, but now you forced to have it because he done made it in the door. Stop letting everybody in your party. Everybody can't come. You know what I'm saying? Fellas, be real about, where your lady lies in your life. If it's just sexual, that needs to be known. And if it's not, let the homies know what's up so that you don't have this conversation. This don't happen. Fellas, let your girl know if you done peep on her Facebook or on her IG that you done smashed one of her homies. Don't let it get to the birthday dinner, because at that point it's gonna be a whole fight when y'all get back to the crib. It's gonna be a whole issue. Body count. At this point, most of my viewers are well in age, so it don't even matter. Body count is just a number at this point. We old, y'all. Your body count probably done started over at this point. Because I'm pretty sure everybody that had a little time's abstinence, 6 months, 8 months, year, 2 years, where you ain't do nothing and then you started back up again. So it don't even matter. The count don't even matter. What matters is how you moving, what you doing, and having that conversation with your partner. We talked a little bit about that. Make sure that you guys are going and getting tested. Make sure that you're being honest about who you're being protected with and who you're not. Be smart about it. Just be smart about it. That's all I say. Be smart about it. Have those conversations with your partner. And be ready for whatever may come of the conversation. It's tough to have that dialogue sometimes, but it's necessary. Very, very necessary. Get it out there. Just have it. Get the elephant out the room, and it is what it is. If you had your little whole phase, my boy said it's between 15 and 23. So if you went through 15 to 23 and you had a whole phase and now you are a brand new person, welcome. Welcome to the start over. It's cool. Right. Leave that where it's at. Miss Pauline said 10 years old, automatically erased. Right. Just like email. Right. Let it go. It is what it is. Fellas, stop trying to say that girls lie up or down. Lie down on their number. It's not that we lying down. It's just some of y'all don't count. Period. the
It is what
end.
it is.
You don't get a number because you didn't do anything. It's a done deal. No. So that's funny. But that's pretty much everything that we covered. Oh man, this was dope.
Right.
Ty, again, thank you for coming through and having this conversation with me, keeping it a buck. We both dropped a couple of gems on the male and the female side. Take and do with it what you please. Thank everybody that was commenting. Some said good old reset. I know that's right. All the comments, all the everything. Appreciate y'all for another Thursday here with your girl. There's y'all see that banner down there at the bottom? Go ahead and make sure you guys cop my book. Dreamer is available on Barnes & Noble. If you've already gotten the book and read it, do your girl a favor and go to that same link and leave me a review. Let me know if you like the book. Let me know if you would recommend it to other people. And yeah, do that for your girl. Hope everyone enjoys the rest of your Thursday. Be safe out there, guys. Make sure that you're taking precautions with your health. Stay out people's face. If you're sick, stay home. Wash your hands. Don't be dirty. And, if you're out in public and you have to have on a mask, just put it on. I'm one of the ones that don't like it either. It's uncomfortable and I can't breathe. But I would rather, just do that and make you feel safe or whatever. And, kind of guard yourself. Do what you need to do to make sure that you're good. And that's our time. Go ahead and get out of here. I will see you guys right back here again next week, Thursday, 8 p.m. for another conversation on As Told by Nate, the podcast. Tell a friend to tell a friend, and let's talk about it. Oh, man.